Today, we lost someone who was very influential, a man whose voice resonated with people across our nation, shaping the hearts and the minds of countless young Americans. Charlie Kirk was tragically taken from us at the age of 31. He died young. He was hit in the neck by an assassin's bullet while speaking at Utah Valley University. His passing is a loss, not only for his family and friends, but for the millions he inspired through his work. I started getting into him a couple of months ago, watching his debates on YouTube. Now, I didn't agree with everything he said. However, I could say I agree with about 90% of it. He was very good, always holding his composure and never getting unsettled, and willing to debate anyone willing to step up. Then I learned he founded Turning Point USA, and how Turning Point USA became the undisputed leader in conservative youth activism under Charlie's leadership. He understood the pulse of America's youth like few others, giving them the tools, confidence, and platform to challenge the status quo. He believed in the potential of every individual to shape America's destiny, a sentiment echoed in his own words: America's greatness lies in the profound impact individuals have in shaping the nation's destiny. He lived that belief, mobilizing hundreds of thousands to stand for what they believed in. Even when it wasn't popular, his work gave hope to those felt silenced, showing them they could make a difference. Through his platform, he tackled politics, pop culture, and everything in between, always with a no-holds-barred freedom-loving perspective. Charlie wasn't just a commentator, he was a movement builder, amplifying voices like Candace Owens, Ben Shapiro, and Tucker Carlson, and helping to shape a new generation of conservative thought leaders. Yet, as we mourn Charlie's loss, we must confront a disturbing reality. In the wake of his assassination, some have taken to social media and public platforms to celebrate his death. This is not just tasteless, it's a stain on humanity. It reminds me of those bitter women celebrating Kevin Samuel's untimely passing. To rejoice in the murder of a man gunned down while exercising his right to free speech is to reject the very principles of civility and discourse that hold our society together. Charlie Kirk was a husband, he was a father, he had a family. He was a human being, not a caricature to be vilified. Let me be clear, you don't have to agree with Charlie Kirk's views to recognize the tragedy of his loss. He was a polarizing figure, no doubt. His rhetoric could be sharp, and his positions, particularly on the issues like LGBT rights, sparked fierce debate. But disagreement does not justify hatred, and criticism does not excuse celebration of violence. Charlie believed in the power of ideas, not the power of bullets. He stood on the stages, in front of crowds, and online, ready to debate anyone who challenged him. To those celebrating his death, I ask, where is your courage to engage in that same spirit of open dialogue? Hiding behind keyboards, reveling in a man's murder is not strength, it's cowardice. And it's sick, and it only fuels someone on the far right to do something even more crazy. Things are not looking good. In closing, let us honor Charlie Kirk by continuing his mission, support organizations like Turning Point USA, engage in tough conversations, stand up for what you believe in, even when it's hard, and above all, let us treat one another with dignity that Charlie, despite his fierceness, always sought to uphold in his debates. His voice may be silenced, but his legacy lives on in every student he inspired, every idea he championed, and every heart he touched. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Your work has changed America, and we will carry it on for you. Thank you.